Now I just want to do a little public service announcement. If you have one of my anomalies and you're having trouble changing the strings, watch how I do it. I'm going to bend the guitar string just that little bit, about the size of my pinky nail. See that? Now I'm just going to slide it right in with the curve. Watch. And it's just going to come right up over the saddle all by itself. It's really that simple.
What's going on, guys and gals? My name's Sean, and if you landed here, you're watching Scar My Guitar. What's going on, everybody? It's good to see you back. Now, here lately, we done checked out a whole bunch of Leo James guitars, and in the last video I said, I don't think we can check out any more of the electric guitars. I said we gotta move on to basses. Well, guess what? They come up with a Les Paul to send me. They said they got a new version of a Les Paul they wanted me to see. An upgraded version. If I remember correctly, the last one we checked out from them didn't really have much wrong with it. So what could be upgraded on the guitar? It's really quite simple. All these guitar companies, including Leo James, they're going for that Gibson feel. Remember I told you a long time ago, we was checking out some Les Paul from somebody, I said, this doesn't feel like a Gibson. Well, there's a couple companies that's coming around to it. And I think that's what Leo James is trying to achieve here. Yeah, I don't know about all that, but I know we got a Les Paul from Leo James to check out. Oh, you don't see no Les Paul? Let me show you this.
And what this is a knuckle bone. What are you doing, bro? No, it's actually a pretty decent looking box from Amazon. They didn't do too bad, I gotta tell you. They stopped doing it. But Buddy's never going to stop snorting. Well, they got us a little bit right there. Something crazy right there. Yep, all in all, it's pretty much intact. I'm pretty happy about it. Now I wonder what this little sticker here means. But we'll never figure that out, so let's just crack this guy open. These buttons. See what it is. Ooh, we have Sunburst Les Paul.
And no unnecessary junk.
I love it. You genuinely like doing this as much as we do, huh? All right, fellas, headstock first. You want it? Knucklebone? He does, don't he? Ooh. You like that too? You just want the bag, huh? Crazy-eyed joker. But man, look at that. Get it, Boudreaux. Get it, bro. Man. I'm a sucker for the old man cherry burst, sunburst type stuff, man. I like the cream. I like the shape of the Les Paul for one. But man, look at this fretboard. You know, I'm going to say this right now. I don't review a lot of cheap guitars because they won't give them to me. Nope, they sure won't. They won't, because they know what I'm going to do to them. And right now, with Broken Our Own Guitar Company, the move and everything, we just don't have it right now to be buying other guitars to review. Wow, Grover Light tuners. I wonder if they feel good. They even got the Leo James L on them. Look at that. Now, Leo, you don't start doing like Fesley now. Wow, look at the top on this guy. Put it in the comments if you think it's a real top or if it's photo flame. It looks good. I don't care what it is. But looks ain't everything, are they, fellas?
Now, I don't know what you see on that table right there, but I definitely see what looks like a killer guitar. Now, just looking at it, I have no idea if this thing plays or sounds like a Gibson. But I'm probably thinking at this price, it's going to be hard to make it sound like one. But can they make it at least feel like one? And in this day and age, I have to question what makes a Gibson guitar so much better than this one in so many people's minds. Because a Gibson guitar to me ain't no better than that guitar. Not the neck and the body. That's 100% for sure. Matter of fact, let's just go over to a few places that sell Gibson guitars and let's look at what you get for your money. But right now, we got to get this guitar off the table and play it unplugged some. Leo James Les Paul. It's all tuned up. Now I gotta tell you, this guitar is a little hefty in weight. We'll weigh it before the end of the video, but no more than your average Les Paul. It's gotta weigh something if they're gonna try to make it be like a real Gibson. And this neck feels just like '50s or '60s, I'm not sure. But they did a great job with this neck profile. I can tell it needs intonated. But right out of the box, Leo James. And it's staying in tune, me playing it hard. But anyway, I'd be willing to bet you these tuners right here are better than the ones that'll come on your Gibson. Yep, I'm willing to bet those tuners are better than the ones you can get on a Gibson. I mean, here we are, pretty much the same guitar from Gibson. Look, $27.99 for this guitar. Look at the crappy top on it. Look how crappy the top is on it, for real. They want $3,000 for that guitar. But here's the real kicker. This is the funny part to me. That right there. Those crappy tuners. I've changed so many of those off their guitars, it's ridiculous. And I know it hurts to hear that, and you're probably going to want to argue with me in the comments, but guess what? If you're paying $3,000 for a guitar, you should have better tuners on it than that, man. Yep, because this is the trash you're going to get on your Gibson right here. I got a whole bin full of them. People come and ask me, hey, will you change my tuners? Yep, and then to my surprise, they bring over a Gibson with these tuners on it. And these ain't no better than that trash you get on that $99 Squire with the 2 bolts on it and the cap on top of it. This is some trash. Yeah, I got a whole bin full of those laying around here. Guys come over here and have me change the tuners off of there. Guess what? They don't even take them with them. They just leave them here with me when I'm done. They say, no, man, you can have those tuners. And they end up in a plastic bin because I won't put them on one of my guitars. Now, look, I've played and repaired a ton of Gibson guitars. I've set them up, cleaned them up, fixed them up. I have seen some Gibson Les Pauls in my time. And in all my years of playing and fooling around with guitars and these knockoffs and cheap Chinese guitars, I have yet to see one that feels like a Gibson. And I ain't gonna sit here and tell you this one does, but it certainly has some 50s, 60s type neck profile on it. I'm telling you that now. It's got a little meat on it without being too fat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for guys that like a little fatter neck, that's gonna be the perfect thing for them for sure. But 50s or 60s neck profile or not, we still gotta see if there's anything wrong with this guitar. It could have anything wrong with it. It's certainly not gonna tell us itself. So that's enough lip flapping. Let's make it happen. Round and round the tuner we go, the tuner we go, the tuner we go. You like this, Kathy? No, you don't like this.
I thought we didn't have to make them watch this part. Jeez.
Alright, let's check out the tailpiece. It's not on there very tightly, but it is snug in the posts. The posts are snug, especially when you tighten them down. Got no wiggle. But we got 0 markings. Now some of these bridges we see where those indentions are, there'll actually be holes in the metal there. The bridge, it's not overly loose, it's not super tight either. Again, no markings. But it's got a clip. You see that? It's got that spring thing to help do something. I don't know what that does. You tell me in the comments. See what kind of pickups we're working with here.
Alright, what do we got? Huh. Man, those guys are soldered in there so good. Let's crack them. Yeah.
Here, you know you want to get their LCD going anyway.
Now you're singing my song, Captain. Shoot, yeah. Now we're cooking with the gigging. Look at there. Does that make y'all happy to see that? I'm going to protect that wire on this other side. Just in case I'm a stupid idiot or anything. You know what I mean? I could be a stupid idiot.
Could be.
Well, you've heard the song, right? Yeah. He's going, but slow as can be. Good thing we did that, huh? Just crack him like this. Should be able to pull him right open. To reveal a big fat ceramic. Yep. He's a big one too. And it's waxed pretty good. Not to the gills or nothing, but it's waxed good. I'm gonna say they're good as new. It's got the big N on it. Let's take the neck pickup out too, why not? And this one has a J. Now the other one had an N on it. I was thinking that was kind of weird. I wanted to see what was under here before I said anything else. Usually an N stands for neck, but I don't know. We're going to check the resistance anyway. But we're not going to crack this one. I know it's ceramic. It's pretty clean in there. Got a lot of buffing compound over here. And like I was saying, these are smooth, dude. Look, they're not jerking around in my hand. Barely turning them. They're nice and smooth. They're 100% going to be better than those Gibson Deluxe. Let's see what's under here. Ceramic magnets usually leads to dime-sized stuff. Yep. Nothing wrong with these. They're just not going to get the full range as the bigger ones. And what I mean by full range is when you dial them up and down, it's not going to be as articulate. You know we're going to look at the switch too. You tell me what that is. A lot of buffing compound. Might as well go ahead and check the resistance here. Got him on 20K. We're in the bridge setting. Should be some kind of PAF reading. Yeah, about a 9.7. That's good. The middle. Yep. And the neck. The neck's pretty hot. Everybody's on. We're on pounds. It is 8.78 pounds. Wow, that's some nice wood there. Well, man, I tell you what. This thing's just dirty. Look at it. Looks like somebody cleaned the fretboard with a snot rag or something. Let's look at the truss rod cavity. Not too bad. A little bit of debris here and there. Stuff we can clean off. Not a big deal. Got some buffing compound. Everybody does that one, don't they? Let's see what we got going on here. Because it was a little bit bowed back. Yeah, it's really bowed now with the strings off. But when I looked down the neck earlier, it already had a bow in it. So let's go ahead and straighten that out. And that Leo James headless guitar gave us this right here. Shoot, I'd have bought that thing just for that tool right there. Look at there. Look at that. Hot dog. Now that's nice. I like that tool, man. Alright. So I went to neutral. It's in neutral right now pretty much. It's real loose. See, it already took a lot of it out. But it's still got some air right there. We just want it touching. It's getting there. Almost. Right there. Yeah. She's golden, fellas. Yep, that's really cool. Let's check these old dirty frets, see if they're level. Now, of course, we're going to have to adjust that truss rod again after we get the strings on it. Pretty good. Yep, they have learned to put the frets in where they're level. That's one thing I can say. They sure have. Oh, we got one just as I said that. Right before the 12th fret. It's all the way across. Yep. The one next to it too. So we gotta do something there. But the rest of these guys so far looking pretty dang good. Yep, nice. Now if you look at these two frets where I was rocking at, they're not in there good. So what I want to do is but if we're going to try to fix it like that, we're going to have to glue them down because they came out once. That means they'll come out again. But that 100% fixed that problem. No more rocking whatsoever. And then we want to put some glue underneath it. But we want to be real careful not to get too much. Put some glue underneath there. Something like that. Couldn't wipe off any excess. Spray it with an activator. All done. Polish them up.
Oh, come on.
Yep, when you get done, it won't be dirty no more.
Sure won't.
But they don't have to watch this. They can just watch a little clip of me jamming with my band, huh?
I've been working so 9 to 5 and I've been breaking my back. 4 nickels and dime. Boss man says I'm getting sick and tired of me dragging my ass, and I'm about to get fired. Don't want to find my place out on the place. Don't want to punch this clock no more. I'm afraid. Yeah, I just want to slide on by down to the riverside, off this old fishing line. Yeah, I want to slide on by. Yeah, I'm going to slide. Woo, yeah.
Now, I haven't put the truss rod cover back on yet because, like I said, I'd like to adjust the neck a little bit after the strings get on it to make it back flat. Because it's going to get a little bow in it. I've already adjusted it again. But this is a nice guitar, man. And if I close my eyes, you couldn't tell me I wasn't holding a old school Gibson. But here's where it loses its Gibson. like a Gibson, but it does play and sound good. Yeah, it definitely sounds good. All right, let's try the middle. And it's holding pretty good tune. All right, let's go to the neck. That's gonna be enough of that. That's all we're gonna need to hear of that. Ain't no secret it doesn't sound like no Gibson. And most of you guys know that I'm probably the only YouTuber that trolls you guys constantly. See, I don't believe this guitar is gonna be Gibson-ish or feel like a Gibson. Yeah, it does have a 50s, 60s neck, for real. 60s, 70s, I don't know, somewhere around there. It's just a nice, not super fat neck, but fat enough that you know you got something in your hands. But that's where it ends right there. Doesn't look like one. It certainly doesn't sound like one. But now, do I think that guitar is better than a Gibson? I don't think it's better than a Gibson either. I think the neck and the body alone are comparable to a Gibson for sure. Some of you guys are going to say, oh no, Gibson uses premium woods and blah, blah, blah. Bro, stop right now. Stop with that right now. Look at this $5,000 reissue guitar. Look at the wormholes in the plain maple top. Just look at it. It's right here for you to see, right here. You see this stuff on it? Look at all this crappy wood on this $5,000 guitar. I'm thinking $5,000 guitar, you shouldn't be seeing little wormholes and stuff in the top. Nope, it shouldn't be mismatched in color either. Yep, you can stop all that quality wood stuff you talking about right now. But here's the real question. Since we're talking about the guitar and who's better and this and that, seriously, answer yourself this. Is that Leo James guitar worth 1/15 of the cost of a Gibson Standard? Gibson Standard's $27.99 right now. I mean, you can get them used, but brand new, they're $27.99. That guitar's brand new. That's straight to your door from Amazon, Leo James. $169 guitar versus a $27.99 guitar. I mean, if I have to have the Gibson sound, it's a $200 set of pickups in the $169 guitar, guys. And those coveted Gibson electronics ain't gonna make that guitar sound no different. None whatsoever. I'll blindfold you. You'll never know the difference. Yeah, I don't know about all that, but I know me and Kathy really appreciate you watching. And I hope to see you in the next one. We got a live video tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see you there. Yep, that's 11/8/2025, 10 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there. But until I do see you again, don't you touch my Scar guitar.